panelists, but then due to the time less available, we will have 4 panelists. Dr. Hemant Kasan, please. Dr. Rajnish Chopra, Rajesh Adyam, and Dr. Chari. Over to you, Mr. Raju. Maybe they can express their views and then you can continue. You can speak there. They will be giving you mic.
But when I you are keeping that.
Sorry, is there you are from this one also? Good afternoon to all friends. As you know, now we are coming to almost the end of the session. Early morning from Indian Water Works Association, several experts, they delivered the talk. Specifically, the words of the Secretariat from our Government of India, D. Tara Madam, an IAS officer, the Mission Director of Amrut, Government of India, and our other eminent speakers, say Mohan Mohakumar, they delivered the talk. Where all the opportunities are, that is from the Jal Shakti mission. What are the scope where India is lacking now? Specifically, when we tell about the water, water is life, sanitation is a way of life. Both, whatever we are talking about, the wastewater, it is a part of that which is embedded there. Millions of people in the world still lack safe accessibility of drinking water and basic sanitation facilities which are essential to human health and well-being. With all these things, with all these seminars, conferences, workshops, still we are facing the problems. Of course, we have to appreciate the Government of India, which is moving forward. Now they have taken as a step, yes, we'll prove it and we'll achieve it. Of course, the Mission 1, Mission 2, Amrut Mission 1 and Amrut Mission 2, Swachh Bharat Mission, then Smart Cities Program, Amrut Mission, all these things are taken very seriously to see that the open defecation problem is solved and wastewater treated properly, recycled, reused, and recovery is also done. So almost whatever we are talking about, the zero discharge and all, we are planning to go towards that one to achieve that as a 100% goal. Of course, now there are experts here. I did not have to tell about the president of the International Water Association, Dr. Hemant Kasan Sahab is here because their vast experiences is a blend of education, mainly in the science and engineering, management, leadership, corporate governance and coaching. I think both sides is asking that.
You can use this.
Yeah, that will be better, fine. So he is the Vice President of International Water Association and he is also the member of Senior Fellow of Water Institute of Southern Africa and Distinguished Fellow of International Water Association. Almost after the 22 years of his Rand water experience, large water utility, he is now serves as an independent advisor and consultant. And now he is with us. Sir, I request you to throw a light on whatever the issues are there. With your vast experiences, you know, which are the burning issues where you can, specifically the other organizations, can really participate in the program bidding in India level so that definitely they can do the sustainable technology. Here, the major worry is in India, what exactly we are worried is the technology which is feasible, economical and sustainable. Technologies are available which are people, we want a people-friendly technology so that the people should accept it because changing the mental setup of the mind of the people is very, very important. We want such a technology where the people can easily accept it. Of course, information, education, counseling is there a part of that. So we would like to throw a light on those things where we can easily, India can easily app the technology options from the different countries. The people can easily participate and definitely can bid and work towards the sustainable environment. Sir, I kindly request you to throw a light on that, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir, for the kind introduction. Really appreciate the opportunity. Let me at this stage acknowledge the presence of our president of the IWA, Mr. Tom Mollenkopf. Really excited that he's taken the time to join us. So clearly from the presentations we received today, we can see that India is on a growth and transformation trajectory. And it's evident that it's committed to overcome the historical challenges of water and sanitation.
Yeah.
This is a key step. This is easier said than done. The political commitment is a key indicator of progress.
Yeah.
I think that the world is well aware of that. Now, given that that is intact and that's in place, India is now striving for universal access, 24/7 supply, quality water, improving sanitation, addressing pollution, encouraging wastewater reuse. India is striving to do all the right things at the right time. It's an important member of the International Water Association. As has been indicated, India has a population of 1.3 billion. It has access to some 5% of the global water resource, but it has 60% of the people living in the country. So clearly there are challenges and it will require innovation. So from the International Water Association, we have about 10,000 professional members from across the globe, as you're aware. And we have about 60 specialist groups, expert technological aspects, management aspects, procedural aspects, all dimensions of water. And so we'd like, we now see that given India's commitment towards overcoming the challenges, that the IWA is really excited about where India is going, and to demonstrate some of the commitment from the IWA, the IWA now has an office, a dedicated office in India. We are also excited to see that during the last IWA Digital Summit, because due to COVID we could not have it face-to-face, that India, the support from India, the professionals from India, the level of interaction we're finding in India is really heartwarming. It's encouraging, and therefore we have a number of initiatives that are planned. We can see that the membership is growing, the engagement is growing. There's many exciting activities that are lined up. For example, the Clean Ganga program. We are talking to the Asian Development Bank, looking at training programs to add value to that. We're looking at a Water Reuse Congress that is coming up soon in India, in partnership with the IWA. So I think this is exciting times, and I'd like to believe that the IWA is a key partner to work together with India, to take India to the next level, and basically the future for India is now.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord, for your nice words. Indian Waterworks Association is a large body where we are generally working with the government setup as a facilitator, because whatever the technology is there, we would like to work in that sector, because all chief engineers, managing directors of the board, they are the part of our Indian Waterworks Association. They help us, guide us in several angles. As we know, we have already completed the several projects like World Bank assisted projects, integrated road supply sanitation projects, watershed projects. Then come back to Dayananda. Dayananda also, they also came with the technology. They implemented certain projects in India. Netherlands, they came, and ASEAN, like that, Japan cooperation. So many agencies have come and implemented so many projects in India. But our worry is whether it is sustainable, how exactly they are moving forward. Now, the second, I would like to request our, specifically Rajesh Adhyam sir, who is the Senior Vice President of the Sales and SUS India Limited, because just I would like to read out his biodata. It is lengthy, almost he has got a 30 years of experience in water industry, a civil engineer basically. At the same time, he is held various managerial positions, such as in the SUS and all. At the same time, as a regional head handling the major projects, he was responsible for the entire South Zone operations, including construction as well as operation and maintenance activities. Currently, he is responsible for the development of 3P models, that is public participation models, projects for the SUS, as well as large water and sewerage treatment plants and water distribution projects. Sir, I would like to throw a light where exactly your organization can easily throw a light and invite the others to concentrate on certain issues, please.
Thank you, Mr. Panse, first of all, for inviting Suez to be at SIWW and India Business Forum. I'll share a few thoughts of mine on this, and I think one of the words that you used, sir, was sustainability. I would just want to say quick words on two items. One is the water distribution. As we heard that there are going to be almost 500 cities coming up for 24/7. Suez's approach and some of the lessons that we have learned from being in this business for 150 years almost. We see a mad rush for capex in water distribution. I think there are better ways to do that. Achieving 24/7, we had some fantastic results at Vizag, but I think a good logical project for Suez is you start the operations. Yes, there is some amount of capex that needs to be done where you have data of how old the pipe is or some new materials have come into the market. But I think we must have a tender or a project that is structured that you make capex investments over a period of time. And that means studying the water, studying the system, having the modeling done, having studies made for the pipes. And there are various methods to do this, intervention or satellite and so many things. I think that is one message that I just wanted to give across. There are several people from government and industry associations. So a good project should be something that just does not focus on capex, and it moves towards a more logical way of studying the system and really understanding how much capex should go in, and it will go in over a period of time. So a utility really saves money. You don't have to dump all the money on year one. That is something I wanted to share, and it is something, at least in the city of Coimbatore, where we are doing the operation and maintenance. That is how, it's not perfect, but more or less it is structured in the way that I'm saying, where there was a study period for 1 year, and then we had to make a capex investment plan based on the results. And that's how we are doing. Very quickly, just on the other side, there's huge wastewater that's going to come, and I think the next most important thing is what do we do with the sludge? I'm sure the government and various agencies are looking at this, but it is something that needs to be really looked at, how we are going to solve this problem and how it should be a part and parcel of the sewage treatment program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rajesh Udyam, sir, because by throwing a light on certain issues, specifically on even municipal solid waste management, that is also part of the program where when we are talking about the environment, we have to concentrate that too. Anyway, now I will just take the Rajesh Chopra sir, because who is the head of the global head for the business development of in VA Tech, WABAG Limited. And his experiences with multinational companies, really, it is very difficult to read out all those things. But to throw a light, majorly he worked on training programs, specifically conducting the training program and educating the people about the technology. And he has been trained in management operations in leading institutions in India and abroad. That is also the major advantage of that one. He was instrumental in building a strong team and expand operations business of WABAG to new geographics in Middle East and Southeast Asia. Sir, with your vast experience, definitely you can throw a light. We're all in India, the other bids can easily participate in our programs, in water supply and sanitation programs, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me to this forum. See, I represent VA Tech WABAG Limited. It's an Indian company having presence in 4 continents and over 30 countries. Now, as far as India is concerned, what we have seen and what we have heard since morning, the kind of schemes, whether it is Amrut, JJM, whether it is, river rejuvenation, in the history of independent India, we have never seen this kind of a budget allocation for the sector. Yeah. And I believe the government is very, very serious about SDG 6, which is water and sanitation for all by 2030. Although internally, we have taken much ambitious targets. Now, 2 things I think a lot of experts have already dwelled, but we have a lot of experience in working in different countries. So what we believe is whatever are the best practice in Europe and other countries, where we have implemented the latest technologies, we have implemented projects which are of global standards. And in fact, today, even in India, we have implemented projects which have been globally recognized, be it industrial or municipal. Now, coming back to this thing, I think that we are a R&D and a technology-driven organization. We have our R&D centers in Chennai in India, in Switzerland, and in Austria. Now, one advantage we bring is that we keep on developing technologies which are currently in implementation in countries like Switzerland, where we are talking about removal of micropollutants. So we are future ready. And the adaptability and economizing, the same solution for Indian market is something we believe in. The other thing is that we have believed in the principles of circular economy for wastewater since last 2 decades in India. We have plants which are energy neutral. All biogas is converted into energy, and we take zero power from the power grid. We are recycling the sludge, recycling the water. In fact, the latest one is a 45 million liters per day plant in Chennai, where treated water is getting recycled for industrial use. So 2 things, integrating the water and wastewater management is something where we feel that we can bring a lot of value. And I think the amount of work which is there in India today, given the budget allocation, I think there's a lot of room for new players. So that is something where international players can even have more presence in India. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chopra sir. Thank you. Now, let us go to our Dr. Hanumantachari, who is a good friend of mine, and he served in various positions, who got his BA degree, MTech, and PhD from Andhra Pradesh. And basically in civil engineering background with MTech environmental engineering. He has got a vast experience. He retired as a superintendent engineer in Andhra Pradesh government. Now he has become a consultant to the World Bank, ADB, Asian Development Bank, and other major external agencies. He worked, and his vast experiences clearly tells what he is. He adopted the major technologies, and he has proven, yes, this can be sustainable, something like that. Sir, I would like to just throw a light where all the other hotspot areas are there, burning issues where the consultant can easily come and participate, bid, and win the race, and see that a technology is given which is sustainable in the days to come. We can easily see that, yes, it is a good technology, something like that. Please.
Thank you, Dr. Ramaraju, and a very good afternoon to all of you. I am very happy to be associated with this program today. We saw many rich presentations they have given how India is moving forward with many technologies. But as it is, the real picture is that groundwater is dipping 0.4 meters per year every year. Apart from that, dipping groundwater and also deteriorating groundwater quality is a very big challenge, especially water security is a major problem. For any water supply utilities, the performance indicator is coverage water supply connections. Per capita water, extent of metering, continuity of water supply. Actually, we are supplying only 3 to 4 hours on an average.
Yeah.
In many of the states, we are only 8 hours maximum. And NRW reduction is a major issue in our Indian scenario. And quantity of water supplied, redressal of complaints that shows the efficiency of the utilities. It is, if you are addressing many complaints, then it is going to be more efficient. And in the same way, cost recovery is most important thing. It is not happening. Willingness to pay. Efficiency of collection of water tariff, this is also a major problem in our India. And the challenges that we have, competing demand and increasing demand, sustainability of source, affordability and willingness to pay, and maintenance of assets. This our infrastructure, especially aging of pipelines, is a very, not only in India, everywhere it is happening. And also overexploitation of groundwater and flood management. Thank you.
Thank you, Chari Sahab. Friends, as you know, India is facing the problem with all those technology options. Still, we are facing the problems like desalination, water quality issues like fluoride, arsenic, hardness. Then, it is a common phenomenon, unhygienic practices where the fecal contamination, it is a common phenomenon. Of course, that we accepted, that can be disinfection, can be done. But majorly worried about the major parameters like arsenic removal or iron removal, total hardness, and fluoride. These are the major technology, where we are worrying, even total dissolved solids, salinity. There are technologies, of course, money-making technologies. We are majorly worried about how best that can be easily adopted by the people, because by changing the mindset of the people, that it should become sustainable in nature. That is exactly we are looking for. Specifically, our Dr. Satyanarayana Saab, the former president of Indian Water Works Association, he presented it very nicely, because they have the technology where they are specifically Mission Bhagirath and Mission Kakatiya, where they have, of course, it is one of the state, where a newly formed state, where they are moving forward by using the water effectively. I have to appreciate and salute him by adapting such a very innovative technologies and all, because I actually could have appreciated, you could have been here. Anyway, he presented the things and spelled out very properly where exactly we are, they are moving forward and all. Of course, our Sinha Saab is there, president of the Indian Water Works Association, where basically in Uttar Pradesh, how exactly the technology they have adopted and all, he also explained the things. I thank all the members and our eminent speakers, and the panel members, specifically the coordinating, our Dr. Panse sir, who is coordinated all these programs. I think he is open for the discussion, and any questions are there, I welcome any questions from the audience, please. If any questions are there, please.
How much time is left over based on that? Based on that, one or two questions.
One or two questions can easily be asked. Gayatri, if you have any questions, please, madam. Something you are asking. Any questions are welcome. Otherwise, no problem. I thank the panel members, expert members who came with their, because they explained the things properly, where all the India, where exactly scope is there. Definitely the other companies can easily come and concentrate, can bid, win the race, and prove the technology. That is exactly where we are working. Sir, I thank you all for gracing the occasion and coming here, please. Thank you all, sir. Thank you all. Fine. I then hand over to Dr. Panse, sir, please. Thank you all. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, on behalf of IWWA, we want to make a small illustration to the SW organizers. I request our President Sinha ji and Panse ji kindly come and Panse ji, thoda upar aaja. I request Chari to call our organizers. First, Ryan.
Hello, may I request Ryan to come out the dais, sir?